How's your morning?
This call is now being recorded.
Hello? By the way, you can answer in the comment box if you don't want to talk in the mic. Okay. So, if I may ask, who is the secretary in this section?
Hello po. Ako po, ma'am.
Miss Barrientos, am I right?
Yes po.
Okay. Hi, good morning to you, Miss Barrientos.
Good morning.
Is there any absent in your section today? So I just want you to take note if of all the absence for today. Is that okay for you?
Yes po.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So, yeah. All right. So now, before I proceed to our main topic, I want you all to watch and observe to this short video clip. Okay? Okay. Okay. So, what did you observe in the short video clip? Anyway, class, I would like to remind you that I will be having, or we will be having a quiz after our lesson. Okay. So now, what did you observe in the short clip? You can answer in your in the comment section, and also, or raise your hand to answer. Can you hear me, class? Hello?
Yes po, ma'am.
So,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
Okay. So why you're not answering, huh? Okay. So what did you observe in the short video clip?
Hello po, ma'am.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning po. Ma'am,
Yes.
try po.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, dun po kasi sa video parang hindi na po nagpi-paint yung lolo po niya. Kasi
Mm-hmm.
parang simula po nung nawala po yung partner niya, hindi na po siya nag-painting ulit. Kasi siguro po na ayun na po niyang maalala yung past niya, ganyan. Pero simula po nung nakita po niya ulit yung painting, parang bumalik po ulit sa kanya yung mga good memories po na nagawa po nila nung partner nila. And yun po yung naging reason bakit parang nagkaroon ulit po siya ng courage na mag-painting ulit po. Parang through emotions po, parang through painting, nararamdaman po niya ulit yung mga nararamdaman niya sa past po. Ayun po.
Wow, that's correct. That's very correct. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Paluga. Did I pronounce your surname correctly?
Yes po, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Thank you very much for that. So, anyone aside of Miss Paluga, do you have any answer? Or I will be mentioning some of your classmates. You can answer you can answer in the comment box, class. Don't be shy. Hello. Yes, Sir Christian. Do you have any answer or observation about the short video clip?
try lang po, ma'am. Ano po?
Mm-hmm.
Nung ano po, yun nga, para pong sinabi nung Ate Aubrey na hindi na nga po siya nagpipaint simula nung nawala po yung partner niya. Parang nawalan po siya ng inspirasyon. Pero po
Mm-hmm.
pero po nung nakita niya po yung paint niya na parang yung painting po parang yun po yung partner niya. Parang bumalik po, nagkaroon po ulit siya ng inspirasyon. Tapos ang nag-push po sa kanya na mag-paint ulit yung apo niya po, tsaka po yung anak niya.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your observation. So all your answer is correct. So why? All right. So when the person lost his inspiration, like in the video, he will no longer want to do his passion, or he will no longer want to pursue it. Correct. So it has to do with the art as well, because in art itself it has also inspiration, and the inspiration of an art is the methods because if an artist don't have any methods while doing his artwork, um, the result of his or her artwork will not be that effective, or it will not be beautiful to see, and his artwork will not like a plain or a black canvas. Okay, so that is all right. So that is the inspiration of an art, which is the method. So now let's proceed to our main topic, um, which is the inspiration of an artwork or art subject. All right. So methods. The title of our topic for today is methods of presenting the art subject. Right. So in presenting everything, certain methods are employed in order to be effective. So it says there that we need, or even we are not an artist, we need we need a method. Even we are just a player, we need a method or style for us to have a effective result. So in presenting the art subject, the artist uses different methods to clearly express his thoughts, ideas, and sentiments. All right. So, anyone can read the second bracket, or the meaning of the methods. Miss Andrea, paces or passes? Did I pronounce it right? Can you read the second bracket? Okay, I will be calling some student here, okay, so that I will know if you are really listening. What's that again? Oh, okay. All right. It's okay. So, okay, I will be just reading it. So, these methods of presenting. Okay. That's good. All right, so these methods of presenting the subject, it leads to a better understanding. Okay, it's okay, Miss Andrea. So, it leads to a better understanding of the artist's intention and his effectiveness as an artist. Right? So it is just saying that for us to understand and to appreciate an art or an artwork, it is necessary for us to consider not only the classification of it, but rather to understand as well the interwoven or the interconnected relationship of the subject, mediums, techniques, elements, and principle of art, and its connectivity to the style or methods of the presenting used by the artist. All right. So, do you understand, guys? Or did you understand?
Opo, ma'am.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
po.
you. All right. So in presenting an art subject, there are different methods used by an artist. So it is not just a method. So we need to know as well the different kind of methods. Okay. All right. So the different methods in presenting the art subjects is, first is the realism, second surrealism, cubism, impressionism, minimalism, Dadaism or Dada, symbolism, and the abstract or abstraction. All right, so that is the different methods in presenting on art subjects. So first is the realism. So what is realism? What kind of method is that? Okay, so can anyone please read the first bracket that can open their mic?
Mama ko na lang po.
Okay, Miss Micaela, go ahead.
Realism. This is the attempt to portray the subject as is.
Okay, good. All right. And the second one, the uh-huh. If you
Even
want,
ako
go
pa rin,
ahead. Yes, yes.
even when the artist chooses a subject from nature,
Mm-hmm.
he selects, changes, and arranges details to express the idea he wants to make clear.
Okay. All right. And the third is realism is a detailed like most of photographic way. So it means when you see a art subject or an artwork, it the realism it is like you it took in a photograph or in a camera because it says there that realism portray the subject as is. So it is very detailed. All right. So also artist main function in the artist realism their main function is to describe accurately what is observed through the senses or what they observe in their surroundings. And realism also tended to stress the daily life of a common man, often concentrating on the sordid or disagreeable. So, what is sordid? Which sordid means that is dirty or poor, filthy. Disagreeable is unpleasant to see. So, in realism, it is concentrated in a subject or in a subject that is disagreeable. All right. So it is a common way of presenting the art subject. For example, so here's the example of a realism artwork, which is the Amarsolas painting. There. So what did you see in the picture? Anyone? Just comment your answer in the comment box or answer directly in the mic or
Mga magsasaka po na nagtatanim ng palay.
okay, very good. Okay, very good. So okay, that's correct. Your answer is correct. All right. So it shows in the picture that in a Marcellus, all right, in a Marcellus painting, it shows that there are farmers who are planting, where it is describing or presenting everyday life, and in a naturalistic manner and almost photographic. It shows there. You can see there. It is very detailed, right? Even the their background, the horses. It is very. You can see the detail of the picture. Okay. All right. So that is the realism. So do you have any question about realism or do you understand about it?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes
thank you
po.
very much. All right, so our second method is the surrealism. Surrealism, it is founded in Paris in 1924 by French poet André Breton. All right, and it came from the slang of super realism. That's why it's called surrealism. And surrealism tries to reveal a new and higher reality than of daily life. So it means it is more on imagination. All right. And by using this method, the surrealists declare that a magical world, more beautiful or more beautiful than the real one, and it can be created in art and literature. So here's the example of excuse me, I'm sorry, surrealism. So what did you observe in this picture? Anyone?
Ma'am, try.
Yes, Miss Stephanie, yes, you can.
Yung nakikita ko po dito is like,
Mhm.
yung parang yung black po is like a back of the elephant, pati po yung buntot niya. And then there's a sungay po doon sa may pinakadulo. And then there's a man or I think it's a body na color white
Yes.
na nakataas po yung hand. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Okay, you're correct, Miss Stephanie. So in the picture, it is more in imagination of the artist. So it has a body but don't have any face. Maybe that is on his or her imagination. So that is the meaning of surrealism. It is more in imagination, or it is mysterious and strange. All right. So in the our third is the cubism. What is cubism? Okay, cubism, it is highly influential visual art style of the 20th century, created principally by the artist Pablo Picasso and George Braque, or Braque, I don't know how to pronounce it right, in Paris between 1907 and 1914. And Cubist painters were not bound to copying from texture, color, and space. Instead, they are presented a new reality in paintings that depicted radically fragmented objects. So what is depicted? What is the meaning of depicted? Anyone? Do you know the meaning of depicted? Okay, so I think I will be the one who will answer it. So depicted, it is the meaning is present or to show. I am saying this because some of your classmates or some of us don't know the other meaning, or the first time that we saw this kind of words in English, so that we will know as well. So depicted, it is the meaning is to present, to represent the subject, right? And so the cubist painters, they are not bound in copying the texture and the color of any subject, right? And in cubist artwork, objects are analyzed, broken up, and reassembled in an abstracted form, instead of depicting objects or presenting objects from a single point. The artist depicts the subject from a multitude of viewpoints to represent the subject in greater context. So in cubism, it means in cubism, or in one cubism art, you will see two-dimensional surface of a picture, or a plain picture. So here's the example of cubism artwork. There, right? It has so many. You will see there a man or a lady that is has a guitar or playing a guitar, but it's not perfectly drawn, or it's not perfectly paint. It has so many it's like an abstract, right? Okay, so in our fourth method, it is the impressionism. So Impressionism, it is 19th century of art movement, and it characterized by relatively small, thin yet visible brush stroke, open composition, and emphasis on accurate depiction of light in its changing qualities. And it is often accentuating the effect of the passage of time. Ordinary subject matter, inclusion of movement as a crucial element of human perception and experience, and unusual visual angles. So Impressionism, characteristic of the Impressionism is was an attempt to accurately and objectively record visual reality in terms of transient effects of light and color. So here's the example of Impressionism. There, the color is very light blue, orange, yeah, white, yeah. So that is the Impressionism. Okay. Do you have any question about it?
Wala naman po.
Okay na po.
Okay. So just bear with me, guys. Okay. I'm just a little bit nervous. But thank you very much for those who are still answering. All right. Don't forget, we will be having a quiz after this. Okay. All right. So the next is minimalism. Minimalism is an art movement that began in past World War II Western art, most strongly with American visual arts in 1960s and early 1970s. All right. So it is also often interpreted as a reaction against abstract impressionism and modernism. It anticipated contemporary post-minimal art practices which is intended or reflect on minimalism original objectives. All right, so okay, so an extreme type of abstract art that usually is depicted through simplistic shapes and hard edges, all while exposing the essence of the forms and the materials used. So here's the example of it. There. All right. And we have also minimalism in music. So in music, minimalism often features repetition and gradual variation. So the term minimalist often colloquially refers to anything that is spare or stripped to its essentials. And minimalism also has in software. So most of us have also know this. Okay, hold on. So minimalism describes the usage of fewer design elements, flat design, fewer options and features, and tendentially less occupied screen space. Like in your cell phone, you have a logo of FB, Messenger, the music, like that. So that is the minimalism of the call that. I'm sorry, of the software. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So the next one is Dadaism or the Dada. All right, it's called Dada. Okay. This movement consisted of artists who rejected the logic, reason, and aestheticism. of modern capitalist society. Instead they are expressing nonsense, irrationality, and anti-burgess protest in their work. All right. So Dadaist artists also expressed their discontent toward violence, war, and nationalism, and maintained political affinities with the radical far left. All right. So here's the sample of Dadaism. So Dadaism, that it is more on political war like that. Yeah, irrational. Okay. All right. So the next, do you have any question, class? Or am I fast explaining? If you have any question, just raise your hand or comment in the comment box. Do you have any question or did you understand? Thank you very much, Miss Catherine, for answering. All right. So the next is symbolism. So what is symbolism? It is a late 19th century movement whose artists communicate ideas through symbols instead of bluntly depicting reality. And symbolists express emotions, thoughts, and fantasies. Like love, erotism, sex, but also fear, decadence, death, and the occult are often featured in the symbolist works. So here's the example of symbolism. There. So in the picture, it is the artwork of Gustave Moreau, Jupiter Cernel in 1895. So one of the most famous artwork of Gustave Moreau portrays the love affair between Greek god and Greek god Jupiter and Semele. As Semele makes love to Jupiter, she becomes consumed by his light, thus represented on the piece by the crown with his thunderbolts. So the artwork symbolizes the human merging with the divine that happens after death. So the composition that's rich in detail, the colors skillfully interweaves, and the themes of death, loss, and resurrection. All right, so that is the meaning of the painting of Gustave Moreau, and that is kind of symbolism artwork. All right, so the next one is abstract or abstraction. All right. Okay, can anyone read the first bracket so that I will know if you are still there? Anyone?
Ma'am, ako na lang po.
Yes, Miss Stephanie?
Its etymology is derived from Latin abstractus, drawn away, or Latin past particles, abstrahere, from abs, away, trahere, draw, which means withdrawn or separated from material objects or practical matters.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Stephanie. So in abstract or abstraction, its etymology is derived from Latin, which is the abstractus, which means drawn away. So, or Latin past participle, abstrahere, from abs, the meaning of abs there is away, and the trahere is draw, so which means withdrawn or separated from the material objects or practical matters. So in the abstract or abstraction, the artist does not show the subject at all as an objectively reality, but only his idea or his feeling about it, like exaggerated emotionalism, or yeah, exaggerated emotional if the artist is emotional like that. So abstract art is also it is also all shape, no real life images and scenery or objects. Okay, so in abstract, it is about what the artist feel, or what is their mood they might want to portray. That is an abstract or abstraction. So, all right. So in abstract, there are kind of forms. All right. So the first one, by the way, this is a example of an abstract artwork. There are many. You don't know what is the meaning of that. Just shapes or color. Yeah, that is an abstract. Okay. So again, in abstract, there are kind of forms. So the forms of abstraction. The first one is distortion. Distortion. It is when the subject is in misshapen condition, or the regular shape is twisted out, like in the picture. What did you observe in the picture? Anyone? Or in the comment box, and what did you observe in the picture?
Parang naka-twist po yung ulo niya. Hindi po siya normal. Kumbaga mas ano po yung ano, yung leg niya. Parang ano po, nakayuko po siya ganon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. That's good observation. All right. So as the meaning itself, twisted out. So distortion, it is distort. The shape is twisted, like in the picture. Like Mr. Christian said, his head or neck is twisted. All right. So in the that is a painting of Picasso, shows that the left shoulder is hitched up so high, and the other shoulder barely exists. How spidery his hands, yeah, how spidery his hands, and how his head twisted around unnaturally. So that is a distortion art subject. All right. So distortion, it is a form of emphasizing detail to the point that something is no longer correctly depicted or correctly presented. All right. So the second one is the elongation. So from the word itself, elongation, it is being lengthened, and protraction or an extension. So here in elongation, the picture shows there that the man or woman has a elongated neck. It's very long. It is stretched. So that is an example of elongation artwork. All right. So the third one is mangling. Mangling, or yeah. This may not be a commonly used way of presenting an abstract subject, but there are few artists who show subject or objects which are cut or lacerated, mutilated, torn, hacked, or disfigured. So in the picture, it has very disfigured. It is not pleasant to see. All right. So that is that is an example of mangling. Mangling. All right. So in abstract, it has also abstract expressionism. So what is abstract expressionism? A modern art, a movement that flowered in America after the Second World War and held sway until the dawn of pop art in 1960s. All right. So abstract expressionism was influenced by the existentialist philosophy, which emphasized the importance of the act of creating, not of the finished object. And abstract is what matters for the artist are the qualities of the paint itself and the act of painting itself. They don't matter the finished object or the finished artwork. They just matter how it paint the act of painting, the act of or how they paint it. All right. So this is the example of abstraction. All right. So in painting, the artist applied paint rapidly, which is it shows also in the picture, and with force to their huge canvases in an effort to show feelings and emotion. So painting gesturally, non-geometrically, sometimes applying paint with large brushes, and sometimes dripping or even throwing in the canvas. So like in the Facebook, right? Most of the most of most that I saw in the Facebook like video, the person there are they are making a painting like just they are dropping the paints, the like no what do you call this, yung walang basta ano lang sila ng paint, nagtatapon lang sila ng color, ng paints doon sa malaking canvas nila. So that is a example of abstraction expressionism. Right? So here's another example. Okay. All right. So that's all for our topic for today. So which is entitled methods of presenting subject of art. And so, do you have any question about our topic, or or you don't understand, or whatsoever, any violent reaction? Did you understand, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Sure?
po.
You don't have any question? So it means all that I've said or about our topic is you understand. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes
po.
po, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll just making it sure because we will, as I've said a while ago, earlier, we will be having a quiz. Okay, so but before that, let me just have a quick recap about our topic for today. All right. So why do artists need to have a methods before presenting their artwork? So all of you must answer this in comment or in mic. So, why do artists need to have a method before presenting their artwork? So, let's see who's okay, yes, Miss Paluga. What is the first name? Miss Aubrey?
Hello po, ma'am.
Yes, hi.
Hello. Para po ma'am maayos po nilang magawa kung ano po yung ipipaint po nila. And para din po mas maintindihan po nung makakakita kung anong klase po nung painting yung ginawa po niya.
Okay, very good. That's the correct answer. So, the others, there's no answer. Why? You don't have any question. You don't have any violent reaction. So I need your answer as well. For them to express their subjects clearly. Very good, Miss Mona. Artists should have methods before presenting their artworks to know. Very good. Para may guide po sila. Thank you. This is very important. Okay, thank you very much, guys, that you are actively listening to me. Para po may sabi. Very good. Okay, so all your answer is correct. All right, so now, let's move to our, all right. So let's move to our, this will be your assignment. All right, so choose 3. It will be 2 assignment. This is the first one. So choose 3, that is 2, okay? That typo error. So choose 2 methods of presenting the subject. Okay. The subject of art and explain it in your own words. At least 3 or more sentences per method. So this will be your first assignment, okay? Don't worry, I will be sending this PowerPoint so that you can review. Okay, all right. So let's now proceed to our quiz. Are you ready? Okay, and this will be checked. Agad-agad. All right, so test yourself if you learned the lesson, okay? This is only a short quiz. All right, so multiple choice, answer only. All right, so here we go. The first question is, presenting the art subject symbolically, the artist may use dove, alligator, nude man, smile, heart, lion, or slave that may represent something. In this method, subject may distinguish, but the message or idea is not visible. So what is this? What kind of method is this? Is it A, abstraction, B, cubism, 3, realism, B, symbolism? Okay, you can answer on the comment box. Wow, very good. I'm so impressed with you all. Even though you are not, most of your classmates or most of you are not answering in mic or in comment, but now I know that you are actively listening to me. Thank you very much. So the answer is D, symbolism. So your answer is correct, all your answers. So the second one is, in this method, means beyond natural, beyond realism. So presenting art by fantastic imagery or imaginary like that, produced by unnatural combination, pictures out images in the form of dreams, fantasy, imagination like that. So what is that? First, surrealism. B, futurism. C. Symbolism, and D. Realism. Wow, I'm so happy. Thank you very much, everyone, for actively listening to me. So, yeah. Thank you, thank you. So, all your answer is correct. That is surrealism. All right. So, number 3 is instead expressing nonsense or irrationality and anti-bourgeois protests in their works. Artists usually express their discontent towards violence, war, and nationalism, and maintain politically affinities with the radical far left. A. Abstraction, Dadaism. B. Realism, symbolism. Wow! Oh! Uh-huh. Dadaism. Letter B. Okay. So that is, the correct answer is Dadaism. Very good. Alright, so number 4. Okay. Characterized by relatively small, thin, yet visible brush strokes, open composition, emphasize an accurate depiction of light in its changing qualities, ordinary subject, and so forth and so on. And this is the A. Abstraction, realism, impressionism, Dadaism. Wow! Walang mali ah. Very good. Alright, so all your answer is correct. That is impressionism. Alright, so the last is the artist selects changes and arranges details to express the idea he wants to make clear. So its main function is describe accurately what is observed through the senses. So is it abstraction, realism, impressionism, or Dadaism? So what's your answer? Right, so letter C. Nakita ko dito. Okay. Very good. So the correct answer is realism. So yung the clue is the artist's main function is described accurately. So remember, realism, it must describe accurately, right? And clear detail like that. All right. So that's all for our quiz. So now let's proceed to our second assignment. Okay. So that will be passed on our next meeting. So here's your assignment. So make a research of at least 3 artwork from the internet or from any book. Write the name of the artwork, name of the artist, date created or published, and the website or book. Define what methods did the artist use on the artwork, and explain it in your own words. And why you think that is the method the artist used. So that is your second assignment, okay? The first assignment, your first assignment is to choose 2 methods of presenting the subject of art and explain it in your own words. So at least 3 or more sentences. And this is the second assignment. And that will be passed on our next meeting, okay? So do you have any question about your assignment or about our topic for today?
None so far, ma'am.
Wala naman po.
Wala naman po.
All right. Do you have any comment like that? Or do you see me boring while teaching like that? Any comment, guys? No. Hours na ba? O, 12 na pala. So, it is 12. So, do you have any comment?
Ma'am, magtatanong lang po.
Yes, Miss Hannah.
Ma'am, kamusta po si ma'am? Lang po kung kung babalik pa po siya.
Ma'am Dayan?
Opo, ma'am.
Yes, maybe. Opo, siguro. Kasi, kami po yung, we Estes are kami po yung nakatoka na magturo sa inyo. Oo naman, babalik naman sa inyo si ma'am. Ayaw niyo ba akong magturo?
Hindi pa, nagtanong lang po.
joke lang. So, magtuturo sa inyo si Ma'am Dayan. Thank you very much for that, Miss Hannah. So, anyone, do you have any comment or question before I let you go? Wow, kanta yun.
Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Wishel, and thank you the rest of the class. Thank you,
Ma'am
Hannah,
Dayan.
for your concern. And I am very
pala kayo.
Nandito lang ako.
Sorry po.
Okay. It's fine. I'm actually